Welcome to Mr. Brown's Basement, a channel devoted to sharing the craft of repairing, restoring, and modifying vintage electronic gear, and other random stuff. This is a Dell 2009WT monitor. It's got a 20-inch diagonal, and it's actually quite a nice monitor, but it doesn't work. Small details can prevent a monitor from working. In this case, the on-off button down here is defective. It won't turn on, and that's a bit of a problem. This monitor is different than other ones I've fixed in the past. It's got no screws on it at all. These screws on the back here are for the VESA mount. There are no screws visible. It doesn't mean they're not there. It just means they're hidden. And if they're hidden, we have to unhide them. It usually means taking off the bezel under which we will find the screws. And for that, we will need a prying tool. Or a thinner prying tool. With this monitor, I found the best attack was to be working with a pair of metal spudgers. Start in one corner and work by releasing the clips on the first short side. Then do the other short side. Once that's done, you can start on the long sides where the gap is much narrower and it's harder to get the spudgers in. Work patiently. If you try to work too quickly and pull the plastic apart before the clips are disengaged, it will break. It's open, and there's a ribbon cable right over here, which is actually where I want to go. And it is held on with 3 teensy-weensy screws.
The screws are a short-bodied Phillips with a very shallow drive. There's not a lot of depth to sink your screwdriver into. They're also small enough to lose.
And this is the problem. So it's a Tact switch. I'd love to test this right now. Maybe it's a problem with the actuator being broken or something. I've plugged it in so I have some power. See if I hit the power button. Yeah. So this is not the problem. The way it works is this transparent part is above the LED, and this is the plunger, this little thing that sticks out there. That actually pushes into the Tact switch to turn it on and off.
The other buttons are different. They don't sit above an LED. They sit directly above their Tact switch, and their plunger is over the switch rather than offset.
But the power button is different because it's illuminated. And it just has to stick into the button a tiny bit. What I think has happened is these plastic pieces, which are supposed to keep it in place, have broken. This piece over here and this piece over there. It's possible that I might be able to put in a piece of wire or something. I have a feeling what happens is it shifts and misses the actuator. Just a dab of silicone over there, just a tiny little dab. But what I want to have happen is have this fixed at this end so that when you push it in the middle, it hinges. So it comes up just on that side where the plunger is. Well, I have really nothing to lose, so I'm going to put some silicone in because it's flexible. Put it right in the gap there and see if that makes the difference. It'd be a terrible shame to waste the monitor over something like this, I'm just going to take a Q-tip that I've cut the end off and add a little bit of silicone, just general purpose home builder silicone. Got too much probably. All I want to do is make sure that it stays attached so that it flexes from one point. Which is what it did originally. Right over there. And then when it's pushed, the whole thing won't come in. Only the end which is free will come in, which is the part right over, oh, I've got it on my hand now, right there with the plunger. That's the part that's going to come in, not the whole thing. And in about half an hour I can test it. If this fixes it, this will be a case of spending about an hour fighting with it to get it open and just a few minutes to actually do the fix.
30 minutes later.
Silicone is dried now. It seems like it's doing what it's supposed to do. Doesn't move very much. It doesn't have to. Okay, I'm going to put it back together and see what it does.
Naturally, it took much less time to put the monitor back together. I have to be honest though, I think the design of the switch assembly leaves a lot to be desired.
There. Okay. Okay. If I hit it on this end. Yes. Yes, it works. Four screws on the back. Power on. Power off. Power on. Menu. Guess I don't get a menu unless there's some sort of input. Yeah. There we go. It's all done.
And there you have it, a working Dell 2009WT monitor that I've connected up to an early 2009 Mac Mini, and it works great. I hope you liked this video from Mr. Brown's Basement and found it helpful. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. As always, thanks for watching.